This is the story of Tinkerbell. Once upon a time, there was a wonderful fairy named Tinkerbell. You may know her as a friend of Peter Pan, but in reality, she despised Peter. She thought he was immature, self-involved, dirty, smelly, and had weird sexual fetishes. Plus, he peed and missed the bowl 90% of the time. He hung out with a group of miscreants called the Lost Boys, who spent all their time tormenting a nice old man with one hand named Captain Hook. Peter even got drunk one time and tried to dry hump Tinkerbell and nearly squished her. So basically, he was a f***ing asshole, but everyone who knows Tinkerbell knows she doesn't like to say anything bad about anyone. Tinkerbell was getting older. In fact, she was 609 years old and decided it was time to settle down. So she took out an ad that read, "Great-looking fairy looking to make a love connection with an elf, pixie, or fairy who's ready to settle down and have a family. P.S. I have all the right curves in all the right places." She got a lot of replies. She shows up for the first date at the Olive Garden. Real classy. And it's not an elf or a fairy. It's some weird gross guy who's like 5'4". Tinkerbell is freaked and says, "You're just some short balding guy, what the f***? I'm Arnold and I thought you sounded nice in your ad." "I'm 6 inches tall, how are we going to have sex?" said Tinkerbell. "Well, I have a small penis," said Arnold. "But to me it would be like a canoe. Let's just call it a night." And she storms off. On the second date, a really fat elf shows up and he looks oddly familiar. "Do I know you?" said Tinkerbell. "Yeah, I'm the Keebler elf. I guess I put on a few pounds, but I'm single and ready to mingle." "Do you still work for the cookie company?" "Just as a consultant. They changed hands a few times. It kept getting bought by larger and larger companies. Now it's owned by a giant conglomerate who not only puts more chocolate chips in the cookies, but also makes cluster bombs for the military." "You don't say," said Tinkerbell. "Yeah, well, now I've been replaced by a younger, thinner elf cookie. No thanks, that stuff does kind of weird shit to your insulin levels. Hey, what else are you into?" "I like to watch TV." "So, you figured out how to watch TV. Impressive." In a few minutes, the elf reaches over to Tinkerbell. "Hey, Tiger, can I finish my appetizer before you start to feel me up in public?" "Sorry," said the elf. Tinkerbell was not getting any younger and decided, what the hell, and agreed to marry the fat little elf. They were making wedding plans when she met the Tooth Fairy's accountant's brother and fell instantly in love. They decided to get married, and she didn't even mind that he ate Halloween candy and Jack Daniels every morning for breakfast. And Tinkerbell decided to write a book, and she got a huge advance. It was a tell-all book called Peter Pan, the Perv Who Could Fly. Come back next time, and I'll tell you the tale of the Magic Kingdom where nothing much happens.
Going to the bathroom in a romper requires more stretching than a yoga class.
Hashtag girl problems. What's a romper? I don't know what a romper is.
Don't know what a romper is? I'll tell you. It's a skirt that's really short, but it's also a dress. Hashtag one less girl problem.